Just about 33 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock, welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Now in April this month, the Lewis sisters, Cleo and Junelle, will exhibit selected works in Venice, Italy at the Canvas Venice International Art Fair. And we have joining us this morning Junelle to tell us all about it and how the partnership took place. Junelle, good morning.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
Very fine, thank you.
Junelle, oh my gosh, so before we get into the amazing exhibition that you're going to be, showcasing you and your sister in Venice, Italy, I understand that you have an accounting background. So how is it that you have an accounting background and you've been an artist for what, over 2 decades? How did that come about?
Well, as an accountant, I've been doing this over 40 years, and honestly, accounts and art will go in hand. A lot of the times, persons know me as an accountant,
yes,
as you know, and a few of my artist friends know me as an artist. So the two worlds always seem to be separated.
Mm-hmm.
I could only say for myself that accounts started my art, and art started first.
And so art was the first love, and
yes,
then you brought on accounting. So then if you were to describe your art for us, how would you describe it?
I will describe it as contemporary,
mm-hmm,
impressionism, more like a Caribbean flair of Van Gogh.
Why a Caribbean flair of Van Gogh? What makes it that sort of, or gives it that sort of Caribbean aesthetic?
Because I use the Caribbean, my hometown, my Caribbean, my life as a Trinidadian, yes, to be embodied as a subject. So it was like, for example, Laventille Hill. I paint something that I deem Laventille Hill as something beautiful, but looks like Spanish villas across the mountains. So it always have this Trinidad style in terms of locations, but the technique itself is Van Gogh. So it's merging those two different worlds into one.
Now, I know Cleo, she isn't here, but I know she will be accompanying you to Italy. She has a background in mechanical engineering, and we have her up on the screen. She has a background in mechanical engineering, and yet she's also an artist as well. What sort of work is she involved in terms of her artwork?
Well, my younger sister, unfortunately, she's extremely shy.
Good morning, Cleo.
In comparison to me, I am the more outlawish one, surprisingly. Her style is realism, so she tends to draw the mechanics of a building. So you'll actually see the bricks and the mortar and the screwdrivers in the building. Her work is very detail-oriented, while my work is more laissez-faire and carefree.
Yes.
Hers is extremely into the details, and I believe it's because of our careers and our paths, our art shows our strengths.
Interesting. And so how did the partnership come about? How were you able to get featured at this Venice International Fair?
Well, honestly, it's a surprise. Honestly, I'm still taken back by all this.
Yes.
Basically, they reached out to me, in fact. I received an email from one of the project coordinators expressing that she is a big fan of my work, and she saw the body of my work through social media as well as my website. This email was so strange because she was going into depth of things that not even I had shown in a long while. Mm-hmm. And once they reached out to me, she asked if I would like to take part in all 3 events. And I told her I will only be able to take part in one event.
Now, before we get to the event that you're going to take part in, tell us about the art pieces, because we are seeing some up on the screen right now. This one in particular, is this you or is this Cleo?
This is me.
This is you, okay. And what's the name of this one?
This one is the Golden Forest.
Mm-hmm. And where you got inspiration from this?
Well, this piece came from my series of the brothers, the dark stories of fairy tales. Mm-hmm. So this Golden Forest is more of an emulation of that forest of the little girl being lost, and
like a Red Riding Hood kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And then if you can see some other images as well, just for you to show us exactly, because I would love to see what Cleo as well has to offer. This is?
Cleo.
This is Cleo, nice. And what's the name of this one?
This is Orange Me
Orange Me.
too.
Now, the ones that we're seeing on the screen, these are the ones that are going to be exhibited in Italy?
Yes.
Nice. And when do you leave?
Actually, Sunday.
Ah, wow. I mean, how were you able to, because you mentioned earlier you were invited to all three, but you were only able to do one. Why was that?
Well, as an accountant, I have to commit to tax season. So tax season
Yes.
is in March and April. So I had to juggle both my professional, which is accounting, which
Yes.
I love, as well as art. So it was more like okay, let me finish all my accounting for my clients, make sure that they're happy, make sure they're not panicking for taxes and the amnesty, and then pursue the last event.
Yeah. Now, Janelle, I know that you and Cleo would have exhibited works, across the region, but this time it's international. I mean, what's the significance of, showing your artwork on such an international stage?
Well, to be exact, this is not our first international.
Really?
This is our first in-face international.
Okay.
So for me, my first international was when I was selected to Beijing, China, last year, and afterwards is regional and international. And for Cleo, this will be her second international showing.
Nice. And when is it taking place? I know you guys leave on Sunday, but when are we going to be seeing those amazing work in Italy?
Well, actually, the show itself started on the 7th of April and finished on the 23rd of April. So right now, the paintings are out there. It's on Facebook. It's there. It was only yesterday I received some pictures of the opening, and it was really beautiful to see how much persons looking at the artwork, looking at other artwork from different countries. Actually, it's 106 artists, 49 countries. I'm the only Trinidadian, me and my sister, and only Caribbean.
Representing, I love it. Janelle, let me thank you so much for coming in this morning. Before you go, though, share your social media handles and also that of your sister in case anybody wants to reach you or contact you.
Sure, no problem. My Facebook is Lewis Artwork. My younger sister is Lewis and Craft. In terms of Instagrams, it will be the same handles as well.
Right. And you're showcasing at the Canvas Venice International Art Fair, yes?
Yes.
Janelle, thank you so much. All the best to you and your sister.
Thank
and
you.
go out there and represent us and make us proud. We're so proud and so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And that was Janelle Lewis, one half of the Lewis sisters, of course, her sister being Cleo, who are going to be showcasing their artwork, or actually is already showcased in Italy. And so they're leaving on Sunday to join the team. You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.
The merchant of Venice, lending money